Most men think that simps are guys who pay for OnlyFans, but the truth is simps are just little boys who are programmed from birth to seek female approval and validation. So in this video, you'll learn how simps are programmed and how you can deprogram yourself and become the masculine man you are always meant to be. Aristotle was no fool. He observed something that modern neuroscience has since proven. Children under 7 operate in a theta brainwave state, where they absorb information and form beliefs without critical analysis. In other words, they are completely programmable.
That's crazy!
This means that their parents, their teachers, the television, and social media, the entities they spend the most time paying attention to, can program them with whatever values, beliefs, and thus perceptions they want them to have.
Oh, shit.
Thank you, God. Now, of course, most children rebel against their parental programming to some degree. The classic example being people who were raised Catholic but became atheist, or were raised atheist but became Christian. However, you can only rebel against the programming that you are conscious of.
No. Wait.
Catholic children are conscious that their parents sent them to a Catholic school and took them to a Catholic church and expect them to take Mass and go to confession.
Okay.
But the vast majority of the values and beliefs that children under 7 are programmed with are subconscious and unconscious.
Oh dear, we are in trouble.
That means they are simply how you perceive things, how the world appears to you. Quite literally, your point of view.
Please! No!
Yes!
They are like a set of glasses that are stitched to your face that you never take off. And everything you look at or think about looks the way it does because of the type of lenses, that is, programming in the glasses.
Fuck.
So people continue to perceive themselves through Catholic glasses or Muslim glasses or atheist glasses long after they reject Catholicism or Islam or atheism, simply because the subconscious and unconscious mind are literally 1,000 times more powerful than the conscious mind.
Fuck.
For example, you may have completely rejected Catholic dogma about original sin.
Okay.
You may have stopped going to both Mass and confession.
Okay.
But unless you deprogram yourself, that is, take out the stitches keeping your Catholic glasses attached to your face, you will continue to feel like a guilty sinner after you watch porn and jerk off.
And I've decided that I want to die.
In exactly the same way, you can be a red-pilled man who rejects feminism and gynocentrism and doesn't simp after women and would never get married, but is still trawling through the dating apps and still paying webcam girls and still going on dates to nice restaurants, still trying to romance women, still trying to get women to like you. You still believe that if you can find a good woman, she'll make you happy. Because despite taking the red pill, you are still wearing your "my worthiness comes from female approval and validation" glasses.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Yes!
Okay, now that's clear, let's break down how the simp programming process actually works.
Let me say something that's going to make a lot of people uncomfortable. And by a lot of people, I mean women. So a lot of us men, if not all of us here in the West, were raised by women. But we were raised by women who didn't actually like men. And now I don't mean just your mom, right? I mean the entire ecosystem. Moms, teachers, counselors, therapists, daycare workers, church staff, you name it, we were told by those same women to grow up and be a gentleman, to be kind and respectful and protective and safe. We heard that a lot. But there's a caveat with that. You were never to be too assertive, right? Never too confident or too masculine. In other words, be the thing they hated, just behave better. Let me repeat that. Be the thing they hated, just behave better. I mean, of course, the first woman who ever loved you, it wasn't your girlfriend or crush. It was your mom. Or maybe she didn't love you. I don't know. So, I mean, because those exist. So, especially the ones that really hate dudes. But yeah, I mean, let's say, your dad was either gone, he was weak, he was abusive, or, disrespected in the home. I mean, that love came with strings. So, and those strings are that men are dangerous, right? They're selfish. They are the problem. And you may have heard, don't be like your father. You didn't just learn that love had conditions. No, you learned that you, as a boy, were guilty until proven safe. This wasn't love, not at all. It was early stage programming. That's what you experienced, and it taught you to be ashamed of your masculinity. And to be ashamed of it before you even understood what it was. We were told to control our emotions. You were told, hey, control your emotions. Control them. But you weren't taught how. You were taught to simply suppress them, especially anger. Never let that cat out of the bag. You were told to respect women, but not to respect yourself when a woman disrespected you. You were told to be kind and be gentle, but you weren't taught how to say no without fear of rejection or punishment. Plain and simple, you were not raised to be a man. We were not raised to be men in this country, in this culture. We were raised to be safe for women. To be safe for women. And if you stepped outside those lines, you got hit with the ultimate insult. Possibly. You're acting just like your father. Right? You heard that one before? You're acting just like your father. But let's talk about numbers here. Let's talk about, school for a second. Over 76% of K through 12 teachers in the US are women. In early education, it's over 90%. From the moment you step into a classroom, you are placed in a behavioral system designed by women, for girls. Boys aren't just outnumbered, they're outcultured. You're expected to, sit still for hours, use your inside voice, never interrupt, never talk back, never challenge authority, always be obedient. But what's actually happening is that normal male behavior is being pathologized. Yeah, if you're, I've heard this one when I was 9. If you're too energetic, you have ADHD. My 9th grade teacher, Mrs. Tinsley, thought I had ADHD because in the middle of social studies, I learned how to do this and was super excited about it and kept doing it. So, and I didn't have ADHD. I was just The doctor said, no, he's just a 9-year-old. So hats off to that doctor. But yeah, I mean, you're assertive. That means you're aggressive. If you disagree, that means you're oppositional. And if you're fidgety, then you're disruptive, right? And what happens to boys in this system? They adapt by shrinking. I've talked about this. They or they rebel and get punished for it. Either way, the message is clear. Boys, your nature is a problem. By the time you hit adolescence, your default mode is appeasement. Say sorry when she's upset. Do whatever makes her comfortable. Never raise your voice. Never assert your needs. Never take up too much space. Don't be manspreading now. You're not operating from strength. You're performing for approval, because deep down the programming says if you're good enough, she won't leave, and if you're soft enough, you'll be safe, right? But that's not love. That's fear-based compliance, just dressed up as virtue. The same women who instilled this fear told you to be a gentleman, right? Ironically enough. Hold the door, pay for my meal, protect her, listen without speaking, sacrifice your needs. And then in return, disrespect when you set a boundary, accusations when you assert yourself, emotional manipulation when you withdraw, and rejection when you stop playing nice.
These ain't opinions. These are facts.
See, it was never about mutual respect. It was about behavioral compliance, okay? You don't get applauded for being a good man. You get used.
You're goddamn right.
You get used and abused until you stop performing. And, we talk about feminism like it's somehow confined to just college or social media. But its more formative influence happens at home. It happens in the home. Single moms projecting their unresolved anger at men onto their sons.
I told you so.
Married women belittling their husbands in front of their kids. Daughters that are learning to be dominant, and sons learning to submit. I mean, you grew up thinking that love meant being agreeable, being needed, being useful. And now as a man, I mean, this day and age, man, you're saying yes when you want to say no. You let women walk all over you. You try to be the safe guy, right? And wonder why they don't respect you. You've been domesticated, dude. You've been tamed. You've been turned into a service animal.
Ooh, that's a bingo.
And dude, emotionally neutered men, they can't lead. The system just creates overthinking men, over apologizing men, under-respected men, men with no fire or voice or edge. Men who ask for permission to simply exist. You don't know how to lead because you were never allowed to in the first place. You don't know how to confront because you were punished for it. You don't know how to hold frame in a relationship because the only frame you know is make sure she's happy or you'll lose everything.
This motherfucker don't miss.
No, he's fucking good.
That motherfucker don't miss, man.
He's good.
In the heat of battle, he don't miss.
No.
In the heat of controversy, he don't miss.
No.
A lot of men are just walking on eggshells in relationships right now, especially marriages.
You don't say.
Where they have everything to lose in the marriage and in the divorce, whereas the woman has everything to win and to gain from both. But yeah, you were told masculinity is dangerous and that strength is oppression, that assertiveness is aggression. But the truth is that the absence of masculinity is the real danger.
Correct. Thank you.
If you want to see real chaos, go to a school with no male teachers.
I can see what he's doing. I can see it. I feel it. He's cooking.
Go to a household with no strong father. Go to a neighborhood where men are absent and boys are raised by the state. You don't get order. You get complete and utter dysfunction. And why? It's because there's something missing. And no, ladies, it's not empathy. It's edge. It's masculinity. That's the antidote, not the disease. So men, you want your strength back? You want to break the spell? The voice in your head that says, don't make her uncomfortable, don't be scary, don't take up space, don't make her mad. Dude, that is not your intuition. That's programming, dude. That's your programming. You are not here to be a pet.
And that's the key. That voice in your head is not your intuition. It's your programming.
Oh, shit.
You want to know how those glasses with the programming lenses are stitched to your face so that you can't take them off and are consequently a slave to your programming?
Actually, don't tell me. Okay, just tell me real quick.
They're stitched to your face by the constant, non-stop, ever-present voice in your head.
Surprise, motherfucker.
They are stitched to your face by your unconscious, compulsive thinking.
Ah, you motherfucker.
They are stitched to your face by your monkey mind. That voice in your head that never shuts up, that you think is you, is not you. It is your programming.
Oh my God. I get it.
So if you want to be free of your gynocentric programming and your ruling elite programming and your religious programming and your scientific materialist atheist programming, so that you can actually see the world, women, and most importantly, yourself as they actually are in reality, rather than as you've been programmed to see them, then you must develop the ability to silence your mind and get that voice in your head to shut the fuck up.
Damn!
So that you can experience inner peace, natural joy, and unconditional worthiness.
With all due respect, what the fuck?
The transcendent feeling of complete contentment, satisfaction, and fulfillment that doesn't require the approval of a woman or of anyone else. It may surprise you to know that inner peace, natural joy, and unconditional worthiness, the total absence of shame and guilt and lack and fear, is your birthright.
What? What did you say, nigga?
You actually experienced it for the first 18 months of your life, except when you were hungry or in physical discomfort.
Oh, I see.
If you've ever spent any time with a baby when it wasn't crying from hunger or pain, what you witnessed in its oceanic eyes is every human's birthright. Inner peace, natural joy, and unconditional worthiness.
That's not ridiculous. That's not ridiculous to say that.
Do you know the only thing stopping you from feeling all of that right now? Your programming.
Oh, man. Oh, God. Oh, man. Oh, God. Oh, man. Oh, God. Oh, man. Oh, God. Oh, man. Oh, God.
Yes.
That is the voice in your head that never shuts up, that you think is you, but is not you.
I get it!
So if this video made sense to you and you are sick of needing female approval and validation in order to feel worthy, sick of craving female attention even though you don't really like the way most women act, sick of being addicted to porn and webcam girls because watching other men fuck them while pretending that you're fucking them, or watching women play with themselves and do what you tell them to do is the only way you can get your fix of female approval and validation. If you're sick of swiping right on dating apps and sending scores of messages that are all ignored, if you're sick of taking spoilt, entitled, totally mid women on expensive dates only for them to leave you with a handshake while immediately catching an Uber to Chad's house to get their backs blown out, in short, if you are sick and tired of women living rent-free in your head because they programmed you to be addicted to their approval and validation, click the link in the description. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.